It is bred with a yearly production that reaches billions of dollars all over the world, making it one of the insect species that has a high economic worth. By virtue of their rapid growth, great adaptability, and plentiful protein content, crickets are rapidly being utilized in a variety of disciplines, ranging from the food and animal feed industries to the pharmaceutical industry. As a result of its substantial potential for expansion, cricket farming is becoming an emerging trend in the food industry. How does the procedure actually work? In the 21st century, crickets are redefining our view of food, and I want you to accompany me on an exciting journey to investigate this phenomenon. Enclosures for the rearing of crickets are constructed to maximize available space and to foster conditions that are conducive to the development of crickets. These structures are normally constructed out of wood, plastic, or cement, and their dimensions are modified in accordance with the size of the farm. In order to provide crickets with a safe haven, stacks of paper trays manufactured from recycled pulp are stacked on top of one another, making them feel more safe and expanding the amount of room they have to live in. It is essential for crickets to be exposed to a specific level of humidity in order for them to develop properly, particularly during crucial periods such as the molting process. Crickets can get dehydrated and feeble if they are exposed to an environment that is abnormally dry. It is imperative that farmers maintain a clean raising environment in order to foster the development of cricket in the best possible conditions. In the enclosure, there is a possibility that there are cricket eggs or juvenile crickets that are still present after each harvest. In order to ensure that the environment is clean for the following batch of crickets, farmers burn any eggs that are left over from the previous batch. For the purpose of preservation, crickets are submerged in water, which helps remove any dust and other impurities from their bodies and facilitates the cleaning process. Because of its high nutritional value and rich amino acid profile, cricket protein is quickly becoming a popular source of protein in the food industry. Crickets are blanched in boiling water for 2 to 5 minutes at the processing factory in order to eradicate bacteria and enzymes that cause the crickets to go bad. In addition, fresh crickets are a well-liked option for culinary preparation, particularly in a number of Asian nations. To create foods that are both delicious and nutritious, they offer a flavor that is of their own. Among the many snacks that tourists like eating in Thailand, crispy fried fresh crickets are among the most popular options. Thailand is well known for its wide variety of street cuisine. When it comes to your home garden, have you ever experimented with employing cricket manure? Maybe the results will take you by surprise. To make matters even better, crickets are not only a source of nutrient-rich food, but they also present farmers with intriguing potential for the not-too-distant future. Besides, do you know that crickets are fascinating creatures that carry with them a number of surprising facts most people are unaware of? For example, male crickets produce their signature chirping sound not with their mouths, but by rubbing their wings together in a process known as stridulation. Interestingly, the frequency and rhythm of their chirps can even indicate the surrounding temperature, with certain formulas able to calculate the degrees based on chirp intervals. Some species of crickets can also regenerate lost legs during their nymph stage, a remarkable feature that highlights their resilience. From an environmental perspective, cricket farming has proven to be significantly more sustainable than traditional livestock farming. Compared to cattle or pigs, crickets require only a fraction of the water and land to produce the same amount of protein. Moreover, crickets emit considerably fewer greenhouse gases, making them an environmentally friendly alternative for addressing global food challenges. This reduced ecological footprint is one of the main reasons why crickets are gaining popularity in sustainable agriculture movements. In terms of food innovation, cricket powder is being integrated into a wide array of modern food products. Beyond protein bars and powders, it is now used in baked goods like cookies and muffins, noodles, and even alcoholic beverages such as cricket-infused beer. These creative uses help normalize edible insects in the public eye and provide a convenient source of complete protein, which contains all 9 essential amino acids. The mild, nutty flavor of cricket powder makes it versatile and easy to incorporate into a variety of recipes. Historically, crickets have also held a role in traditional medicine. In Chinese and Vietnamese medicine, dried crickets have been used for generations to treat ailments, such as indigestion, coughs, and even joint pain. Modern researchers are now investigating the biological compounds in crickets that may have anti-inflammatory or antioxidant properties. These discoveries could eventually lead to breakthroughs in nutraceuticals and pharmaceutical applications. Global cricket farming is being spearheaded by a number of countries and innovative companies. Thailand, for instance, has over 20,000 cricket farms, many of which are family-run businesses. Meanwhile, companies in North America and Europe, such as Entimo Farms, Canada, and Products, Netherlands, are investing heavily in high-tech cricket farming facilities. These operations use automation, AI, and climate control to optimize growth and ensure safety and hygiene in the farming process. Given the rapidly increasing human population and the accelerating effects of climate change, crickets present a practical solution for future food security. The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, of the United Nations, has highlighted edible insects like crickets as a sustainable protein source that could help combat malnutrition and food scarcity. Their short life cycle, rapid reproduction, and minimal resource requirements make them ideal for both urban vertical farming and rural production. However, one of the biggest challenges to mainstream adoption of crickets as food is the cultural perception in many Western societies. Unlike parts of Asia, Africa, and Latin America, where eating crickets is common, Western consumers often react with aversion. Overcoming this psychological barrier requires educational campaigns, appealing product design, and culinary innovation that makes crickets more palatable and familiar to a broader audience. The journey from cricket egg to finished protein product is a sophisticated and efficient process. It begins with carefully selected breeding pairs, followed by egg laying in moist substrate. Once hatched, the nymphs are raised in temperature and humidity-controlled environments. After reaching maturity in about 6 to 8 weeks, they are harvested, cleaned, processed by boiling or freezing, dried, and finally ground into powder or packaged whole, depending on the product. With the edible insect industry projected to grow into a multi-billion-dollar market in the next decade, cricket-based foods are becoming more commercially viable and economically attractive. Analysts estimate the global market for insect protein could surpass $8 billion by 2030. This opens up exciting opportunities not only for food entrepreneurs and startups, but also for farmers looking to diversify or transition toward sustainable practices. Finally, the benefits of cricket farming extend beyond food. Cricket frass, essentially cricket manure, is a nutrient-rich organic fertilizer that helps improve soil health and boost plant growth. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, frass contains beneficial microbes, chitin, and other bioactive compounds that enhance soil biodiversity and structure. As a byproduct of insect farming, it represents a perfect example of a circular agricultural model where waste is turned into value.